Smile 2. I think this really takes like everything great about the first film and just blows it up to 10.
Yeah, it just knocks the dial up, doesn't it? Everything about this is slick and polished. I love the characters in it. I love the concept, as I did with the first film. But this just feels like a cleaner product, I think. I really, really enjoyed this. And this had some proper tense moments. And it had some, for me, brilliant jump scares. Proper Nelly Shitty Pants.
Naomi Scott plays Sky Riley, who is kind of like a Taylor Swift sort of character who inherits the smile.
I loved her. I loved her. I don't know why. I just loved her.
Amazing. It's so unfortunate, and we talked about this with a few different movies with like amazing lead performances, that like Oscars just don't look at these kind of films, because she was phenomenal. Like from the vulnerability of it, she does the pop star thing so well, like that element of it, like the sequences where she's scared, there's kind of flashbacks to like a car crash that she goes through, like some horrific stuff. Just like I'm just imagining them filming it, screaming for days. Just incredible.
Yeah, no, she's spot on. Her performance is amazing, but there are some stunning performances in general in this.
I think overall, like the cast, we've said that like the problem we had with the first film, people are just not very likable in it, you know. Yeah. Everyone's kind of a dick. Whereas in this one, I think like they're a bit more cartoony. There's the kind of the glitzy glam pop star kind of element, just makes for some very fun characters. I really like her, kind of like her PA, her personal assistant guy. He was really fun. There's like a bit where he gets blamed on trashing her trailer. I thought that was a fun bit. There's a kind of a background thing with Ray Nicholson, Jack Nicholson's son, who's slapped all over the posters for this.
But he's absolutely phenomenal in this, and as soon as he smiles, you see his dad in his face. He's amazing.
Just like a more sinister Joker, basically. But like in the flashbacks, we get like a bit of actual performance from him, and I'm like, this guy's good. I like him. I want to see him in more things.
I didn't even realise Jack Nicholson's son was an actor, to be honest. I don't know if this is his first performance or what, but yeah, he surprised me at how good he was.
The smile creature is back. A problem I had with the first film was I think it was terrifying, but the story didn't really live up to that. And I feel like here, like the story is incredible. So the first film like deals with trauma. I think this one deals with like fame and the pressures that puts on people. I think that's a really, really interesting element. But I feel like this film's not as scary as the first one. I think the first one is pure terror, whereas this one is more like fun.
I think this one had, for me, more jump scares, whether you like them or not. I certainly got more shocks in this one, I think, than I did the first one.
What would you say the scariest bit of the movie for you was?
The bit where he's slamming his face on the dumbbells.
Oh my God.
Pretty done.
I couldn't believe how gruesome the film got. So like in the trailer, you know, it's off screen, you're seeing him slam, but in the film you're just seeing his face just getting pummeled, and just like as he pulls it down, chunks of his face coming off.
Do you know what the most disturbing bit for me is? And I don't know what it is. I feel like this is with the, you know, we've recently reviewed Terrifier 3, and that's just meat everywhere. The bits that freak me out, and there's a great scene in this movie, is when bones break for some reason. So her leg snaps at one point and you see the bone come out when she's on stage, and that just, you know, that to me is horrific. They showed a big chunk of part of a death in the trailer, but it still managed to catch us by surprise at the start. The opening sequence I thought was phenomenal, with the truck totally through us.
It's so unfortunate that was in the trailer. That would have been such an amazing shock. And even in the film, I still got a bit of like a oof, you know, even though I knew it was coming.
I didn't realise that was that scene. I was so caught up in that scene because it was so well told. I'd forgotten about the trailer element, and I hadn't put the two and two together.
I hadn't watched the first Smile again before seeing this, so I was a bit kind of like forgetting what had happened at the end of the last movie. So it picks up 6 days later. So Joel, who is one of the side characters in the first movie, who catches the curse at the end of that, it's him trying to get rid of it. It's about 6 minutes long or so. It's all done in one take, and basically he's like, I assume he used his police computer to find like the scummiest person he can to pass the curse onto by killing them, because you can also do that. You can kill people instead of killing yourself, and it just kind of goes awry. But it's all one shot, the camera following through the house and everything. Just the tension in the situations, just incredible. And then like it's kind of these gangster guys, and then there's just a drug dealer guy who's caught up in it, who's the guy who smashes his face later on. So that's how the curse gets passed. The guy's buddies show up, burst through the house. It's just so tense. Like I think it's one of my favorite opening sequences we've had in years. I feel there's a couple of long takes. There's one particular sequence I was really impressed with. It starts with Sky chugging like a liter of water. It's like, oh, we're doing one take of this, because you can't have an actor do that over and over again. And it kind of goes into her bathroom and she starts smashing it up and stuff. I just thought that was really impressive. One scene that like plays a lot in the trailer is there's like her dance entourage of like 20 or 30 people people and they're kind of like doing the smile thing, moving through the hallway and stuff. It's just so creepy. You're just like, ugh.
I love that. I absolutely love that bit. I thought that was amazing.
But again, I like how this smile creature just fucks your life up, where it has her kill her mom, or supposedly kill her mom, and then that evolves into like a chase sequence and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, that kind of is my one, I don't want to say gripe, because I really did enjoy the movie, but at some point you do get the reveal that part of the film has been kind of imagined or whatever.
The entire second half, I think.
Yeah, I struggle to work out when that happened. You know, was there ever a guy who had been researching it and knew how to get rid of it and all that kind of stuff?
I don't think there was. That character is completely fictional. The bit where she kills her mom is completely fictional. All of that was in her head.
The best friend, the relationship with her to a point.
I thought that was a great reveal. I didn't see that coming, even though I should have, because in the first movie you have that with the therapist character. But I thought when she's in the car and she's on the phone with her and it's like, well, we haven't talked, why are you sending me these text messages? I thought that was great. I've said before, I don't like fake out things. I accepted it in this because I thought the film was so exceptional throughout it. I just thought it was so much fun. I was just loving every second of it, so it didn't really bother me that much. But I'm just like, I could see a lot of people really being pissed off at that, where like half the movie didn't happen effectively. Do you know what I mean? So.
But I think you get a good payoff at the end. I think, you know, her death at the end is very impactful. Again, we'll get to see the creature on a couple of occasions. Again, doesn't blow us away, if I'm honest. I like the idea and the concept of you seeing this thing climbing into someone's mouth, and I thought that was done very well. But the actual effect of the creature, I don't know, it kind of spoils it a little for me, I guess.
I accept it more now because it's just an established part of the franchise now, where like that's the thing that happens. So we're just seeing what happened in the first movie happen again. So I'm like, okay. I do really like how it happens on stage though, and then it sets up kind of a potential idea for a third film. So she's in Madison Square Garden performing. So the thing, it's revealed, the last few days have been fake. The creature takes her over. She's like choking on stage. She gets up, smiles, and kills herself in front of tens of thousands, potentially 100,000 people. So are all of those people now cursed, and they're gonna have the smile curse?
Not just that as well. It's anybody that watch, because they'll be filming it, won't they? So there's all the people at the camera phones and everything. So is it anybody that watches that video?
I'm not sure if that's how it works, because in the first movie you have someone watching it on CCTV. Like Joel watches on the CCTV and it doesn't affect him.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think you have to physically be there. But like, is the next movie an apocalypse movie where it's happening to like, it's just spread among hundreds of thousands of people like across the country?
But I guess that's assumed, because so far we've seen this as one creature. How does it spread itself or split itself into all those hundreds and thousands of people? Does it have to pick one? Lots of interesting ways this could go. I love the idea of an apocalypse movie.
Oh, it'll be wild. The natural next step of this is that you follow multiple characters that it's happening to at once. So you have a shared group of people that are being affected by it.
You see, I'm thinking the only way out of it is, what's that film with Sandra Bullock? Is it Bird Box or something?
Yeah.
Where you can't look at anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got that many people. You walk out in the street and there's people killing themselves in front of you, left, right, and centre, isn't it?
Yeah, just wild, just absolutely crazy. Like I almost gasped in the cinema. I was like, oh my god, that's such a cool idea. So fascinated to see if that's where the franchise go. But I'm very excited. I really love this series. Like, I think it's fantastic, you know.
Great franchise, I think.
The first one nailed the scares, and the second one nailed the tone and the story. So I'm hoping the third one marries those two perfectly, you know. Coming off of the first movie, I forgot how good the camera work is in the first movie, but this just definitely feels like an upgrade in terms of like the direction of it, and like I was so blown away by multiple sequences in this. Yeah, we're in store for a great third movie if that's what they do.
Absolutely, looking forward to seeing what comes next.
And that's our review of Smile 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and check out the channel. We have reviews of all the latest horror movies in the cinema, and we do a retro series called I'll Be Right Back, where we look at horror movies of days past. We will see you next time.